to show the meatiest parts, right? I don't have a lot of meaty parts today that look good on screen.
Heyo.
Yeah. Really don't want to hear about anybody's meaty parts anymore, please.
You said talk more about meaty parts?
No!
Is that what you said?
Yeah, you said meaty parts
That's what I
for the
heard.
show on screen.
Sorry, Hacho, I think you're breaking up. I can barely hear you.
I can barely hear you talk about my meaty parts.
I had my headphones off. Were we talking about meaty parts? Is that what we were talking about? I'm trying to just catch up. My
Yeah,
bad.
Hacho, like, is having mic issues or something, though. So,
Hacho, I don't think it's appropriate for you to be talking about your meaty parts.
We can't call the Sunday meeting the meaty part.
Oh shit! Well, guess what just got canonized? That's the name of the meeting now. Sorry, Hacho. You know, that's where we're at.
What's good? I'm Devin, and this week I've been working on coding and putting together some of the inventory system. I've been working closely with our animator Peter. We have this nice starting layout, and I've mainly been programming these details that go into what items are, as well as dragging them to the corresponding spots. Things are looking pretty good, and there's plenty more to add, but this is a pretty good start. We got scrolling typing text, which is always fancy, and then we're going to be adding in plenty of other animations, which will definitely spice things up. And that's been most of my work this week.
Speaking of animation, I've been working with Devin, building out these cool animated assets for the loadout screen. We've got a bunch of different assets that we've drawn out. We've got animations for this info box in the bottom left here. We've got a little boil on all of the objects. We've even got this fun little, where is it? A new animation, little like thing that pops up here when you pick something up. So it's all just in service of getting to some good stuff later. Because Clipper's working on that shotgun, I'm going to need to add a shotgun icon over here pretty soon, but that's going to be fun. Maybe it's going to like shoot over here. Not on the frog though. The frog's chill. So that's been really fun to work with Devin on. Other than that, I've been working on this prototype for a new start screen that puts us in the Barbarians apartment. So we get a little world building and we get a little weird start screen that's kind of like not what people would expect. This is a prototype. I don't know if this is what's going to be in the game at all, but it was fun to draw our favorite Barbarian's house, if nothing else. And that was me this week.
So this past week, I met with some of the programming team, and we went through how to optimize and rework some existing systems, and then also worked with Devin about and Eric about like the loadout system, and we're doing this big refactor on our weapons and items in inventory, because we built it to only handle exactly the amount of weapons that we have, and all that shit is very much hard coded. So like one of the things that I did was made this guy donde this inventory script, which will allow us to pick up weapons, pick up items, and then equip those to one of the 3 slots that we have here. And this will interface with the player to determine, what weapon or item we actually have, what's usable, what's equipped, but it will also interact with the loadout system. I also started making a shotgun, which is cool. It's not very far yet. It just looks like this. It's a dev art asset. That's about it. Cool, thanks, bye.
I didn't do too much this week, but I did meet with Eric and talk about fixing the way the game loads. The game loads really, really, really slow right now, and it's painful to work in the level and get in and play. And I think we brought the... I was sitting like kind of co-pilot with Eric as he was fixing my mess, and we brought the load time down from like our mess, our meaty mess. And we brought the load time down from like I think a minute and a half down to like 30 or 40 seconds. And then I think it's even lower now since Eric's been digging in on it. and he can talk about what he did.
This week I mostly did optimization type stuff. Working with Hacho on making our levels load faster and run smoother, and are just generally nicer to work with. So the big thing that we were working on was optimizing this kind of system that we have that's made for set dressing our levels. So we have this kind of cool system where you can very easily like add stuff to prefabs, add stuff to like the building blocks of our system, and so we use this all over our levels because it's super easy, it's super fast, and you can really like prototype and lay out set dress levels. So the downside to that was that the original way we built it out was really unoptimized, because that's just how game dev works. You start with something that is kind of a prototype or kind of rough, or a stand-in, and then once you figure out what you want it to be, you make it better. And that's what we were doing this week. So now we have this really cool, really optimized system that we can continue to build up on and flesh out. And yeah, that was what I did this week.
So this week I made and posted 2 social posts across our channels, and I also started making the sound effects for the Vampire Metal Manager fight. I did the ambient sound that plays when you're fighting him, as well as the zip sound when he's zipping around in that invulnerable state. It's invulnerable, right?
I don't know if he's
you can hit him.
I think he's just fast. Is it gonna be? It probably should be invulnerable. Should
I think
don't
it
know.
is. I forget. I'd have to check the code, but I think you can't actually hit him while he's zipping around.
Hell yeah, it's fucking invulnerable.
I made the sound when he's zipping anyway, however vulnerable he may be.
And I made this video.